because it came to my mind right now.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about, also we've been mentioning the differences between the fish oils and the mammalian oil. One of the things that I do know people are hesitant taking fish oils is because of the toxicity that they're warned about. You know, mercury toxicity, this and that. And this isn't a concern with this mammalian source of omega-3.
It is not a concern. I mean, from the straight up answer, as I would say, from being a director or from representing the company, is that we have the NPN number. The natural product number, which is from Health Canada Directorate, they will actually do the testing. There's third-party testing, and it's all within that. So you're within allowable limit. That's right off the top.
Right.
What I've grown to understand is, as mammals, particularly the harp seal, would in the way its system works, is it actually detoxifies quite well.
Right.
It detoxifies quite well. So, a lot of the fish oils would become, I know that's why they moved to the smaller ones, and they've moved to the wild ones, because when you're in a farm environment, you have more toxicity. They're usually closer to shore.
Right.
So they've done that. So that's helpful.
Right.
But they do not have the elimination process we do.
Right.
So it's not as easy for them to detoxify.
Right. Okay. So that's just to clarify that, because it fits into the thing, and it is a concern, especially because we are pregnant. We don't want to put anything that is in our body, because it will affect our baby. So definitely that is not a concern when you go into this particular mammalian
not
source.
on the heavy metal side. The other concern that people should need to consider, and we talked about processing earlier, is the fact of oxidation.
Right.
Right. This is so valuable. The oxidation of plant source, if it wasn't refined, processed, and whatever, bleached, deodorized, and we think of flaxseed, because it's high in omega-3,
right,
you have to store that in the fridge in dark, but it starts to oxidize as a liquid when it's not, even if it's in a capsule.
Right.
Just because it has to, the whole process system has to be in the presence of oxygen.
Right.
So they do it as fast as they can, as well as they can. So plant are more susceptible to oxidation, and more so if it has more omega-3.
Right.
But the fish also is very susceptible to oxidation. I remember listening to a doctor, and he said that 50% of the fish oil in the bottle or in the capsule was oxidized. Now, what does that mean, oxidized? Well, in some people who understand free radical damage, right? Free radicals, they're things that are missing an electron, basically. They are renegades. Think of it as this way. They're renegades, and they'll go into the body and disrupt other cells.
Okay.
And so free radical damage is known for cardiovascular disease, but it can affect any part in the body. Almost think of it in the same kind of way as toxins.
Right.
Right? So oxidation, but mammalian is stable, natural. Naturally, it's similar to the butter and the margarine scenario.
Right.
We could, as cool as our place in the dark cupboard, put the butter, and then have to put the margarine.
Right.
Actually, the margarine is highly processed, so you probably keep that out anyway. That's probably not a good one. But there's there's ways to look at an apple, for instance. Okay, that's a better one. An apple. You take an apple off a tree, and it's whole. Yeah. And it's fresh, and you can sit on your counter, and it'll be fine. Yep. As soon as you cut it open, like they would do with fish oils in a blender. Yes. As soon as you cut that apple open, it starts to go brown. Right. Everybody's going to know that one. You cut an apple open, it goes brown. They're all familiar, and quite quickly. Yes. Same with the fish oil. Right. Same with the fish oil. Okay, so that's what we are not dealing with again with the mammalian source. With the mammalian source, quite stable, and specifically with OM because of the way it's processing, and it is very, very stable that way. In fact, I don't know about you, but I haven't put my ohm in the fridge.
I don't.
Over 4 years that I've used it.
Yeah, I have not once stored it in the fridge.
It makes it handy not to forget.
Yeah, I mean, I keep it in my purse. I keep often a bottle in my purse for when I need that extra boost anyway. And so, yeah, that's definitely not stored in the fridge. It's just carried around with me.
And it's fine. It's fine. It's you know, we don't have the big bottles.
Yeah.
You know, which some people think, okay, but it'll be cheaper, and maybe it would be.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you want that fresh element.
Yeah.
Right. So, the 100 ml bottles become, you know, we should think about that as a good thing.
Yeah.
Because you're opening it, having it, opening it,
you're having it more often.
A bottle, 2 bottles a month.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, we keep, you know, everybody's different.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's good. Good clarification on a few of the points for the mammalian source. Just wanted to make sure.